Hello guys, nice to see you again. During the last week, this new Deepseek R1 model has been in the news, and I got a bit excited to run the model by myself. I was a bit surprised how well it actually ran, and I was thinking that to make this video and show to you that how you can run it as well on your local machine. After that, I was thinking that we could try to replace or make this kind of do-it-yourself replacement for the GitHub Copilot coding assistant if you are familiar with that. But without further ado, let's get started. So this is the Deepseek model or the web page that we are talking about. Here is some benchmarks and comparisons. Based on those, it seems that it runs very well. But to run this on your own machine, the easiest way is to use this LLM Studio. This is basically a handy tool with nice user interface to run and test these different kind of models without need to kind of go into details how exactly they are running and what you need to kind of tweak and that stuff. Tool can be downloaded here. I'll add the LLM Studio link in the description so it's easily accessible. But in my case, this Mac M series variant is the one that is applicable. But yeah, download the one that your machine supports, and then after you have installed the tool and you open it, it should look something like this. So I did already download and install the tool so that we don't need to wait any downloads and that stuff. But yeah, when you start using the tool or launch it first time, it will look similar to this, quite empty. You can go to Discover tab to see what kind of models there are available. There are quite few. But in this first ChatGPT placement that we are looking for, we want to just look for Deepseek. And here we have the results. For me, I already downloaded this Deepseek R1 Distill QWEN model, 7 billion parameters, but you can pick any if you want. This is the one that I'll be using in this video. And how to download this? Basically, just select the item and then click download. It will take depending on your network speed, 10 to 15 minutes. The size of the image or model is almost 5 gigabytes, so it will take quite a time. But after the initial download, there is no need to download it again unless you of course remove it from your system. But after you have downloaded the model, you can close this dialog, and then when you click this select a model to load, you should see the model here, Deepseek R1 Distill QWEN in this case. Let's click that model. There is some settings that you can tweak if you want, but for our case, no need. Let's just click the load. Then we need to wait a bit, and then it's usable. I think now it's loaded, says eject, so if you want to switch the model, you want to click the eject and then load another one. Yeah, let's create a new chat. This chat is relatively close to the ChatGPT one, which you can get in the desktop app. So, example, if I'll write here something, hello, it will answer quite fast. Let's do what we could ask to kind of just show how it behaves and functions. Could you make me a Python script which loads latest articles from, let's say, TechCrunch. And just so that you know, my laptop is currently, that I'm running this on MacBook Pro with this M3 chip. So based on that your mileage may vary. And as we can see, it prints quite much in the answer, quite long answer. Yeah, there is some quite clear mistakes as well. So as usual, maybe this model is not the best for coding, but and as always you need to double check the outputs. But otherwise it seems relatively okay, but I won't run it. But just to kind of show that the model works and how easy it was to set up. And yeah, you can ask anything from this, whatever you want. But yeah, I was kind of surprised how well this model performed. So I was thinking that since I've used GitHub Copilot in the past for quite long time, I was thinking that how difficult it would be to make something like this behave similar to that. What would be the benefits with that is that since this chat and that model would be running on your own machine, you don't need to think about the security related issues and what you could or what you can provide to the model as an input, because everything happens on your machine, nothing leaves from your machine, so you don't need to worry about that. And also the kind of nice bonus is that if you use your local models, then you don't necessarily need any internet connection to be able to do many of these things. But yes, let's try to do the coding assistant. For that, I was thinking that we could try to use this continue extension that is available for VS Code and JetBrains. For this video, or in this video, thing that let's use the VS Code because it's easier to manage and install and test. Personally, I tend to use Vim, so this is also quite interesting experiment that how I can use the VS Code, but let's see what I remember from the couple years back. But yeah, let's open the VS Code. Here we have the empty editor with some warnings. Let's not worry about those. But the first thing that we want to do is to install the extension. I think if we just search for the continue, yes, let's install this one. We can see that the continue was added to the bottom bar as well. Let's close, I guess we can close this one and then this. And let's open a new file. And then continue what we have here. Configure autocomplete options. Yes. So here you have these models available that you have configured to your system. And basically, if you would use these models that are hosted by some service, then you would specify the provider or the API and then API key and of course the model and give the model title. But in this case, we don't have that, but instead we want to use this local models. So we want to go back to the LM Studio where we have had the chat, and here we want to go to developer tab. Yes. And here what we can see is that we have the model loaded, which we loaded for the test chat. And then here is this kind of the server toggle on off. So we want to toggle that on. What this basically does is that it exposes this port from the LM Studio to your local host, and then we can utilize the running model from any service that can connect to that port and API. The API will, which this LM Studio is hosting is close to the OpenAI one, so it kind of is compatible with that. But yeah, we have this server running, and let's get back to the. And before we go back to the VS Code, we want to copy this model name, since we will need it. And this here we want to specify the model in the model key. You could use autocomplete and other, for example, chatting different models, but for now we don't want to do so. Let's name this Deepseek. Provider, we can just use LM Studio. It is one of the predefined providers for this extension, so it understands that where is the default port and how it should communicate with that. Yeah, these are the changes that we need to do. It says the configuration updated, and we are good to go. Let's close this. Let's switch to Python, and we could start coding and see how it behaves. It's thinking a lot. We can see that when the model is thinking, the auto-completion thinks, okay, didn't give us any. Okay, now it got us something. Okay, so as we saw, this model is providing us already some suggestions. Since this model is more towards kind of this more generic chatting and kind of that use case, we can see that its output is not really useful here, but instead it's kind of thinking that this is still some kind of chat. But how we can mitigate this is to switch the model. So that's very easy. So what we want to do is to eject the current model that we have running. You don't necessarily need to do that, but just to kind of minimize the resource utilization, I think it's a good idea to do so. So instead of Deepseek, we could search for Coder, and there is quite many different coding models. This QWN 2.5 Coder 7B model is relatively close to the chatting model that we just used. It's similar size. The base model QWEN is also same, so very close to that. I already have downloaded it so that we don't need to wait, but you can just click the download button. And after you have downloaded the model, we will go here and just click this QWEN 2.5 Coder 7 billion instruct, and then load the model. It will load quite quickly, and then only thing that we need to now change from the current setup or configuration is the model name. So we want to go back to the configuration, and here just replace the model that we want to use. And let's save. Nice. And now if we try again, or let's actually just to make sure that everything every change is applied, since we now change the config. Let's reload the VS Code. Now when we start to type first names equals array, can we get already some suggestions or autocompletes? This first queries is take the most time, but after that it smooths out. But as we can see now, we have quite good results. They are exactly kind of what we are looking for. Let's see last names. It got very nice, fast responses. We can see also in the background from LM Studio when the model is kind of working and so on. But yeah, this is quite fast thinking models, and now it's already giving us some for loops to print the name and last name combinations. How about some more extreme or more difficult stuff? Let's say define. No, we don't want to generate full names, but maybe we would like to calculate Fibonacci numbers. Yeah, and yeah, that could be while true. Fibonacci, yes, that looks relatively okay. Yes. And this is actually something that we could even try to run. So if we want to just copy this, run it here, I think we should be good. Yeah, as we can see, the result is something what we would like to see or expect to see. Then let's try to push the limits a bit. Does this work? So in GitHub Copilot you can use comments as well to describe the kind of results that you would like to see. So in this case we could try to see or try that so refactor calculate Fibonacci function to use generator instead of list. Sure. Okay. That seems like a generator. We can test it out just to confirm that is this code behaving as we expect it to be. Seems to do the job. We could try even do that refactor calculate Fibonacci function to use recursion. Yeah. Okay, now it got or gave the answer in multiple steps. But yeah, as we can see, performs very well. And technically we could call it a day already. But the problem is that this LM Studio is not licensed so that you could use this for work. So for personal things like this, it is completely fine. But to run it for work, or then you need to request a license. But there is an open source option called Ollama, and let's try to get the same behavior now with this one. Did it download already? No. Let's wait a bit after it downloads and then do the installation. Yes. And after you have downloaded and installed the Ollama, we can proceed. So in terminal, we should have now Ollama command available. It seems so. We can close this previews window which we had here. And from here, have a couple of ways to run the model. First, run Ollama, and then run, and then actually let's get for help. Model, create model from a model file. List models. Okay, actually, let's start with this. List models. Okay, so yeah, it's empty because we don't have any models installed currently. So let's find the coder model here, and we can see that this looks relatively familiar, and here we can see the command to run. So Ollama run and then the model name. Let's take now some time. So I'll pause the video here and see you guys then after this download completes. Okay, now we start to be close to the finish line with the downloading. Just a couple of seconds, and then I think it should boot it up. Reset by peer. Aha, so we have some kind of error. Just before we continue debugging any further, let's turn this LM Studio server off so that they are not overlapping if there is a possibility to that. Let's try now again. Actually, let's not do it like that. Let's since I don't want to maybe download it third time. Let's just download it, and now let's specify also the 7 billion model version that we are kind of interested in, if it matters. I'm not sure actually. Let's just pull it, and okay then let's then wait a bit more. Okay, so let's see. Now we got further, so the pulling succeeded. Okay, interesting. Let's see that if we try to run this model. No. Run this model like this. Does it work now? Or did we have just some hiccup? Oh, it started. Hello. Okay, so we have that up and running. I'm actually wondering now that can I get exit like this? How actually? So we can buy. Okay. So buys. And then if we check the commands, start Ollama. Okay, so we just set server and then check the commands for that. Flags. Okay, default Ollama server. Okay, Ollama debug 1, default 1. Models, the path to the models directory. Okay. Already in use. Okay, so it's use in use. So we could now check from the Visual Studio Code that if we since now this model shouldn't be anymore available because we turned the server down. Ollama list. We have this model here. So I was thinking that could we just replace the model name like this and then change the provider from LM Studio to Ollama. Then save this. Config updated. Okay, cool. Let's close this one. Then let's reload the window again. Seems that no errors at least are popping in. Can we open a new document? Let's set the language to be Python. Then first names. Is there any suggestions coming in? Let's see. No activity at least here. Modified 3 minutes ago. It seems that. Oh, is it working? Nice. And as we can see from the LM Studio, there is server is down. We can even eject this model. It should still work. Names, name in first names, last names. Yeah, similarly as we had kinda in the previous document here. Nice. Let's ask for Fibonacci then. Calculate Fibonacci. And then, okay, maybe a bit different solution, but we can verify it, that it works easily. I would guess that if we would ask again this same example, then we could, or like same kind of calculate Fibonacci, we could get the different results. But we can see that there is familiar result in the print, so seems to work. How about those comments then? Refactor, calculate Fibonacci function to use recursion. Okay. Yeah, example usage, please. And then maybe print. Okay. So let's try this one. Went through at least so far. Then how about these? Yes, that worked. Okay, so this seems to work. And what is basically, to summarize, the key difference between this Ollama approach, which we are doing right now, compared to this LM Studio, is that the LM Studio is licensed so that you can use it freely for your own stuff, but not for work. So this Ollama, since it's open source, it will be supporting that use case as well. And I think this is all regarding this. So I hope that you liked the video. This YouTube videos are still something that I'm learning in, so everything was not perfect yet, or is not perfect yet, but I'm trying to learn in. So big thanks if you watched until the end, and thank you, and see you guys next time. See ya.